So one of the things that I've seen through my whole career and as a consultant and as a project manager and as a change manager, um, we've built in society this pyramid of strategic thinkers and tactical operators and then the operational guys. And you know one thing that boggles my mind is sometimes that we expect the strategic thinkers to be more intelligent, to be more innovative, to be more socially intelligent or emotionally intelligent, but often they're not. That structure that we've taken on is exactly that structure that has to be broken down to form proper high work performance teams, and where you've got a set of skills or a combination of skills that actually enhances the team. Again, the Springbok team. So you've got 15 positions plus, the guys on the bench. That is bringing you the variety of skills. But yes, you've got one leader who's the captain, etc. But if the captain is the guy that calls the shots, and he's the strategic guy on the field, then he tends to lose the rest of the guys. Whereas your good leaders on the field actually is part of the team, or they know that they're part of the team. So I was always wondering, why are we building this pyramid? Because I tend to interact the same with the CEO as well. I tend to interact with an operator. It shouldn't be any different. And in fact, I've had better conversations sometimes with operators who tend to be more intelligent in certain things than what certain CEOs, with no disrespect to CEOs or to operators.
Yeah.
But those are the things that one wonders about. One has to wonder about. If you don't wonder about these things, it's never going to get better. And I was thinking, do we place good managers and leaders? Because there's a difference between a leader and a manager. They'll tell you everywhere. But to me, it's the same thing. You get appointed into a position. You're a great and you're a manager, but you're also supposed to be a leader. So to me, it's the same thing, or it needs to be the same thing. Same position.
It needs to be, but often it's not.
It's not. It's not. Yeah. And I'm wondering whether through applying, intelligence tests, whether one could actually design something for this is what a good leader looks like. There are always leader personalities, leadership traits, leadership behaviors, etc. But I wonder if one could develop a matrix for those 4 types of intelligence: IQ, SQ, EQ, and AQ, and whether we'll find a perfect, sort of leader, and then assess people against that to determine what's the gap, and then do the development. That's just how my brain works. What is your view?
We might find on paper like a perfect combination of and perfect balance and combination of all the coefficients, what we think a leader should look like, and still fail. For some odd reason, when I worked for the also for a while, and in the corporate world, and at the practice that I worked for as well. One thing that really kind of stood out is that they always choose these people with, in my opinion, the least people skills in leadership positions, because they are the ones that didn't mind stepping on people or toes to get a job done. But they got the job done. But everybody that they had to step on was working equally hard or even harder. But they didn't get a recognition of being in a leadership position or a managerial position. But they knew how to lash with the tongue, and people were scared of them, so you didn't step out of line, and they had the authority to thrust some consequences upon you if you did move out of the line. And for me, I was always a rebel. It was hard. It was really hard, and that's why I got out and I started doing my own thing, because it was hard. It completely undermined, first of all, who I was as a person, and it completely, any kind of leadership that I had in me, it completely squashed because.
Yeah, you don't want to be like that.
First of all, I didn't want to be like that, but if I did speak up, it was overlooked. So after a while, I mean, if you're 16 in a place for 16 years, after a while, you just keep quiet and let them. If they say 2 + 2 is 5, you say, it's 5. I'm going along with you, even though I know it's not going to work, and you just go along.